We're in Charlotte, the Queen City. It's week 7 of the Big Three. The playoffs are just 2 weeks away, and we got two of the best as we have the Ghost Ballers taking on the defending champs. It's Trilogy. Hello, everyone. Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson. This should be really good. Two of the best teams. Trilogy, defending champs, taking on the Ghost Ballers, another team who believe they can win it all this season.
The Ghost Ballers are on a mission, too. I mean, like kind of like the Ball Hawks, and from that aspect of trying to earn some respect, get into the playoffs, see if they can compete. But it's against a Trilogy team that started off a little bit slow at the season, maybe championship hangover. But they found their rhythm in the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's going to be a tough matchups for Ghost Ballers, but can't wait to see who prevails.
All right, let's take a look at the lineups. They are brought to you by PNC Bank. You know, for the Ghost Ballers, Mike Taylor is all energy for them. He averages 16 points per game. And then for Trilogy, you know, the guy who's really come on, how about Ryan Carter, the league leading scorer? They call him the Hezzy guy.
Okay.
Let's start with Mike Taylor.
Yeah, 18 points, 4 assists last week. Listen, leads his team in scoring, steals, and three-point shooting. So a big part of the reason why this Ghost Ballers team has been very competitive is his desire not only to score the ball, but get his teammates involved. And speaking about scoring, I mean, Ryan Carter, you know, the first game he'd kind of get his feet wet, 7 points, but after that he's put on the show, 35 points last week. A homecoming for this young man. So it should be exciting to see what he can bring to the table, especially when you have family and friends in the stands you want to show off for.
All right, let's go down to Scal with the Hezzy God himself.
Fresh lineup, no scuffs on the sneakers. That just means you back home. How's it feel to be back home?
I feel good, man. Everybody been hitting me up all week. Happy, showing me love. It's been overwhelming. I'm just ready to get to it and give my guys another W, man.
35 last week. I mean, how do you have an encore for that?
You don't. You just win.
Got it. Good luck. All right, guys.
Ryan Carter is a guy from Charlotte, went to Johnson C. Smith, HBCU alum, played basketball, played football, and back home in Charlotte.
I got a question for Scal, because Scal was on the radio this week talking about going back playing at home in Seattle and that he didn't feel as comfortable. Why is that, Scal? Why didn't you feel comfortable going back when you had to play in Seattle?
That's because I'm cheap. I want to buy those tickets.
Hold up. So you talked about on the court stuff on the radio. Now you talk about you don't want to buy the tickets.
No, I don't. You know, and then your wife come through and your mom come through and she got to hey, what about this cousin? I'm not. I don't know that person.
And they want good seats too. You know, they real picky on the seats they want.
You in the NBA now. You should be playing. I don't want
that. Mike Taylor with the drive comes off. Here's the Hezzy God himself. Oh, lost it. And laid up and in by Darnell Jackson. 2-0. Ghost Baller. Here's Carter now. The kick out to Earl Clark. Clark misses that three. Corner triple, no good. Here's Clark, working on Taylor.
That's good defense by Taylor, too. Clark had the advantage, but he sent him to his weak hand, left hand.
Here's Jonathan Simmons working on the Hezzy guy. Bumps him and banks it home.
Yeah, big boy basketball right there.
No, he let him know. Too small.
He let him know.
He told him he's too small. Amir Johnson, it rolls off. Here's Mike Taylor, the triple. No good. Earl Clark with the board. Working on Simmons. Backs him down. And a hack by Simmons.
Good foul. You don't want to give up. I mean, at times Simmons did a good job of kind of using his upper body to keep Earl Clark out the lane, but right at the end, you'd rather give up the foul than the layup.
You know what this is, guys?
What?
This is the battle of the underrated. Simmons, Earl Clark, Darnell Jackson. I mean, all these guys. I mean, Mike Taylor. Hezzy just got in the league. All these guys are underrated when it comes to the big three.
And look where, from a continuity and team perspective, being able to understand that, I think Scal, put that in perspective, play with a little chip on your shoulder, and it's paying off for both teams.
4-2 our score.
No question.
Here's Mike Taylor driving. Goes up under and uses the left hand. Mike Taylor. Carter with the rock. Working on Simmons. Jackson snags the board for the Ghost Ballers. Simmons drives, hangs, and got the roll. Jonathan Simmons.
Yeah, that was through some contact, some traffic in the lane. But again, the awareness to get it clear quick and then attack. Able to beat the Triplets defense.
Clark, yes for three.
Trilogy defense, I'm sorry.
8-5. First team to 25. We go to the half. Here's Simmons coming off the curl, knocks it down. Jonathan Simmons coming to play.
Yeah, beautiful play, too. Simmons came from the weak side that time, able to curl right. Nice little sweet spot, 15-foot jump shot.
And it's a charge on Carter. Simmons.
That beautiful curl play. And, you know, on movement, too. That time Clark wasn't able to elevate to contest it. A really good play drawn up by Coach Gervin.
Here's Simmons again. Hesitation dribble. Kick out to Jackson. Jackson can shoot it now. That was too strong.
You know what's interesting about this game is that the headliners, of course, are Mike Taylor and Ryan Carter, but it's going to be the others. I think that's going to really determine who walks out of here at 5 and 2, who drops back to 4 and 3.
Simmons, tough drive, comes up short. Taylor, though, comes away with the loose ball. Pulls the triple short. Barely grazes the rim. Clark inside to Amir Johnson. Jonathan Simmons with the foul. Second personal on Simmons. One more, he's going to have a seat here. Carter, the three. No good. Follows up his own shot. Foul on the floor. Taylor fell down off the pass. That turnover? Yep. That's a turnover on the Ghost Ballers. Here's Earl Clark with it. Reached in by Simmons.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, fucking D, boy.
Simmons knocks it out of bounds. 5-point lead for the Ghost Ballers.
Okay, what we doing? Stay attached.
Clark, screen, knocks down the 15-footer. 3-point lead now for the Ghost Ballers. Taylor off the glass.
Yeah, Mike Taylor able to turn the corner. He was hyped about this matchup with Ryan Carter.
Oh, we got Turtles in the building in the sold-out Spectrum Center. You know, the Challenge USA is back on CBS. CBS Reality Titans from Survivor, Big Brother, The Amazing Race. They battle it out with legends of the MTV Challenge franchise. The Challenge USA new season begins Thursday at 10. That's 9 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. Time now for the Target special delivery. Comes from our first game. The triplets beat the Ball Hogs, and it's Joe Johnson and Jamario Moon.
Yeah, but the play that kind of sealed the deal, not the game winner, but it was a microcosm, Brian, of the dominance that the triplets were able to show from the beginning of the game, putting two halves together, extending their record to 5-2 now.
As he got lost it behind his back. Here's Darnell Jackson. To Simmons, open triple. Yes, Jonathan Simmons. Jonathan Simmons has come out to play.
I told you, it's going to be other guys. I mean, you know, going to be some opportunities to get open based on Mike Taylor's dominance offensively. So Simmons is taking advantage of it. And right now, has he got to struggle getting some baskets, but maybe now that he has an opportunity to get to maybe knock this shot in, he can get going offensively. I think it's a three-point shot, so. And I don't know if Coach Gervin wants to kind of look at this and see if he's behind it or he's going to do a,
It's ice. They said, no. His assistant said, nah.
His assistant is his son.
His son said, no, don't do that. No, he didn't hit it.
He didn't do it.
I think somebody got quick on the trigger over there at the scorer's
He
table.
walked over, he took his time, but his son said, don't do it.
Yeah.
So, wait, they're lining up like they're doing it.
No,
though.
everybody was like, nah. They're like, no, there ain't no beer in your fire.
So what are they doing? He didn't ring it.
Oh, they're gonna say no. Nah, you put your hand over there. You got the.
So if you hover
over the fire,
it means that
you bring in the fire.
You bring in the fire. Okay.
Brought to you by Taco Bell, and that's when each coach has a challenge in the half. You don't like a shooting call, you can bring the fire and say, hey, play one-on-one for those points. Look, we have our own replay.
Yeah, he didn't hit it. So they just
the show. but they're going to make him do it anyway. Here's the Hezzy. Hit him with the spin.
When you're struggling, maybe this is the kind of play that Ryan Carter needed. One-on-one, confident, at home, able to finally get the ball through the net, kind of take that pressure off his back. About playing well, now he can relax.
15-10 to score. Oh, Jonathan Simmons from up top.
No, offensive foul first. It's an offensive foul call right here in front of us, I think on Mike Taylor, trying to set the screen when Simmons wanted to turn the corner.
Hey, that's beautiful, though. Oh, my goodness.
We catch the back end of it. Highlight reel, but all for naught with the call.
Didn't like the screen, so they called the offensive foul there. And a technical has just been called on Mike Taylor. You look at the refs and you guys haven't called that all year. Now, I set the screen.
Hold on.
Now, he used different language. You granted.
You gave the PG version.
I'm giving it for CBS. He used different language, but that's what he said. You haven't called that all year.
Yeah, so many words.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. There he is.
And the Hezzy guy knocks down the free throw. So all of a sudden, here comes Trilogy.
Well, you think about it. It was the bring the fire or not that happened.
Yep.
So you got a chance to score. It's the technical. Now you get a chance to score. So offensively, you develop a little bit of rhythm when it was tough to put the ball through the basket early. Last two possessions, able to get some opportunities that count for you.
Charles Garcia is going to check in for the Ghost Ballers.
White is in the game.
Lead is now just 3 for the Ghost Ballers. Again, first team, the 25. We go to the half.
Little confusion right here. They're saying Simmons has to sub out. That foul was not on Simmons. It was on Mike Taylor.
Right.
Yeah, it was definitely on Mike Taylor, which
Right.
if it was on Simmons, he would have to go to the bench, but he doesn't have to.
Right. Absolutely. Good point. When you have 3 fouls in the first half, you have to have a seat. You don't foul out, but you have to sit down for the rest of the half. But Mike Taylor has 3 fouls. So that's why Mike Taylor has to sit. So Simmons stays in. It's Simmons, Charles Johnson, and Garcia for the Ghost Ballers. Here's Earl Clark for Trilogy. And he shoots that one right in Johnson's grill.
Well, you think about this. Earl Clark leads the team in scoring, rebounding, assists, and blocks. So he's expanded his game over the years to be such a valuable commodity for triplets.
And they're going to call that one. That's the easy one on Carter because he had him. He was grabbing him.
Yeah, he had it wrapped up early.
Simmons will inbound. Chris Johnson, good pass to Simmons. Missed it. Clark snags it. Between the legs. Driving. Scoop, yes! Oh, Clark and one.
And how many times have we seen this, Brian? A missed layup that you should have made by Simmons results in an opportunity for their opponent, in this case Earl Clark, to go one-on-one and now have an opportunity for a three-point play. Those little shots that you think, you make, you miss, you got to make and capitalize off of that. The good teams make you pay when you don't.
Remember when the Ghost Ballers were up 7?
Yeah.
All of a sudden now it's Trilogy up 2.
Well, think of everything that transpired.
Bring the fire, changed everything.
That no bring the fire.
Simmons for 4. Here's Clark. Working on Johnson. Oh, spin! That would have brought the house down. We got a sold-out Spectrum Center. There comes Simmons. Rejected by Clark. Here's the Hezzy. Missed everything, and Johnson reverse dunks it home.
I didn't know why Simmons didn't use his left and just stay on that side of the rim. He brought it right to Earl Clark, but fortunately they were still able to take advantage by getting to it. Ryan Carter misses that contested three-point shot.
Simmons drives on him. No good. Chris Johnson got pushed. Trying to follow it up. So Ryan Carter's got to have a seat. That's his third.
And the 2 stars. The 2 stars with 3 fouls in the first half both have to be regulated to sit next to the coach.
Here's Charles Garcia. Oh, shot blocked, and Amir Johnson lays it in.
And notice this too. The 2 best players, I mean, in regards to their teammates sitting down are 2 point guards. So you really don't have a true point guard on the court for either squad right now.
Simmons got James White in the air and draws the foul. Uh-oh, looks like Steven Jackson's head there. He's headed.
Is he going?
Yeah.
He hit it. He didn't hover.
Yeah, he did not hover.
He was demonstrative in what he wanted to do.
Steven Jackson is going to use the Taco Bell bring the fire. Again, you don't like a shooting foul that's been called, you can challenge it and make that offensive player go one-on-one. If the defender gets the stop, you get the basketball. And there's no points.
I like this matchup in favor of Simmons. But we'll see if James uses his strength to kind of keep Simmons from getting away. And I think the first move for Simmons, how he's defended by James White, is going to be very important.
Simmons, one dribble, pull up, no good.
White gave him space. And he didn't react to that little jab step at first by coming up and giving Simmons a kind of an angle. So that's a veteran defensive play by James White.
2-point lead for Trilogy. Here comes Flight White to Johnson. Earl Clark with 4 on the shot clock. Uses his body in the glass. Too strong, but got it back. One dribble pull-up is no good. And James White can't control it. And it'll go to the Ghost Ballers. Here's Chris Johnson. It's good for 3.
Yeah, Chris can do that.
He can shoot it.
Chris can do that. Beautiful stroke.
Ghost Ballers retake the lead by 1. Clark. Yes. 2-point lead for Trilogy. First team to 25. We go to the half. Here's Simmons. Crossover on Clark. Step back from the baseline and rolls in.
Can I give a shout out to Charlotte?
Please.
Because the crowd, I mean, they're fouling him. The lower bowl is very packed, and then right above him, the next section. Shout out to Charlotte.
Great
support.
Sellout here at the Spectrum Center. Simmons now with 11 for the Ghost Ballers. So Amir Johnson will go to the line, shooting 1 free throw for 2 points. And it's no good. They go to Chris Johnson. Spin from the baseline is no good. White.
Good hustle.
Johnson, yeah, he lost it to Simmons. Here's Garcia for three. That was a brick. Clark. And there's the tap on the shooting hand, and Earl Clark will go to the line.
You know, and that time that was Garcia was in really good position, but right at the end when he contested, I think he got him right on the elbow on that shooting arm.
So Earl Clark going to the line, shooting 1 for 2. Rattles that one in. 2-point lead for Trilogy. They're a point away from going to the half. In the bonus, so they get the ball again. Here's Clark. Oh, good time. No, Johnson, who rocks the rim. That's how it's done. And it's Trilogy with a 26-22 lead at the half. Scal is with Earl Clark.
I'm always amazed. No matter what you and your team needs, you can deliver. How do you go into a game like that with Hezekiah get 35 and today you're like, well, he's struggling, I got to take over?
Absolutely, I'm that type of player. You know, anything it takes for my team to win. I play defense, rebound, score when I need to, when my team needs to. Hezzy came on the team, he's been on a good run, so we've just been playing through him. But right now, it's flowing, and we're just trying to get this win.
Ghost Ballers are a really good team. They're battling right now. What do you got to do to make sure you guys get this win in the second half?
We just got to rebound, you know, get some stops, and try to keep Mike Taylor out the lane.
All right, last one. You're dropping dimes on that little pocket pass.
Yeah, I got that too, man. I got that.
All right, good luck second half, guys.
Earl the Pearl Clark dropping dimes. How about this pocket pass and the finish by Amir Johnson? And it's Trilogy up 26-22 here at the half. We'll return here to Charlotte right after these messages and a word from your local station.
The Big Three on CBS Sports is sponsored by Hyundai. It's your journey.
Well, each week, fans can help select the Microsoft Big 3 Player of the Week. You can go online to big3.com or the Big 3 social media accounts to vote. We will reveal the results from Week 7 next Sunday. Well, after we're finished here, we'll take you to Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro, about 90 miles from where we are right now for live PGA Tour coverage of the Wyndham Championship. Great afternoon of golf is coming up next on CBS. And if you take a look, Russell Henley atop that leaderboard. He's got himself a 2-shot lead. Right here, it's Trilogy on top of the Ghost Ballers. And man, you talk about Earl Clark doing a little bit of everything in that first half.
He was. It goes back to a couple of things. One, I think bringing the fire. We talked about how that changed momentum. Then the offensive foul, allowed, Trilogy to kind of get back into it, but it was Earl Clark doing a little bit of everything. He said it too. He said, listen, whatever my team needs me to do, I'll do it. Whether it's rebounding, playing defense, scoring the ball. And even when Ryan Carter went out the game, they were point guardless, but yet still you can put the ball in Earl Clark's hand. And as you saw in that last play, that pick and roll, dropped a nice dime inside.
Keep in mind, 2 more teams in the Big 3 will be eliminated after this week as we make that march towards the playoffs, which come your way in just 2 weeks in Washington, D.C. These guys trying to play for one of the best records in the league right now. It's the triplets sitting atop at 5-2. Both of these squads at 4-2, looking to join them. And Ryan Clark, Heziga, put up a Big 3 record, 35 points last week. Struggled in the first half, but he's back home here in Charlotte. Let's see what he does here in the second half. Attacks Mike Taylor, goes right at him. Taylor knocked it away. Carter missed it. And Taylor saves it. And Taylor lost it.
Oh, so that was good defense too. That time by Ryan Carter kind of beat him to a spot. Mike Taylor, a little frustrating afternoon, but has to keep his head because it's very important. Ghost Ballers wants to kind of creep back in this game, but he's an integral part of that.
These 2 guys have certainly come to play. Earl Clark, Jonathan Simmons. Simmons has been the high guy for the Ghost Ballers. Clark been the high guy for Trilogy in that first half. Clark nearly lost it. Taylor strips it from him.
Kick ball!
There's a kick ball as Mike Taylor helped with the officials making the call himself. Darnell Jackson back to Taylor. Taylor a bullet from 3, too strong. Clark now with it on Simmons. Wipe through, step back.
And that's concentration too. We love the move and we love to see a guy fall down, but then you need to complete the play after you give him that look.
Simmons got his own board, behind the back dime to Mike Taylor. Here's the Heziga. Oh, put the move on Jackson. He put a couple moves on Darnell Jackson.
Yeah, but you see that extended step? That extended step allowed Jackson to kind of fly by. And Carter able to get up underneath him, offensive foul.
That was obvious by Simmons as he floors Clark.
That time Simmons gave it to him. Carter emphasized the contact a little bit more.
30-24 is our score. First team to 50 wins, but you got to win by 2. Clark wide open. Jumper no good. He got it back though. Carter for three. Knocks it down. Lead is 9.
Yeah, Ryan Carter up to 7 points right now.
Amir Johnson snags it. Here's Earl Clark, knocked away by Mike Taylor. Good defense. Beautiful pass. Puts it in.
And Simmons heads up. Air ball. He could have got it, but he tapped it and made a quick play to Mike Taylor. They're just hanging around, only down 7, 2 possessions.
Here's the Hezzy guy.
Take that back.
Yeah, he's starting to warm up. He's starting to warm up. 35-26. Simmons. No good with the 3. Clark from the corner. Short. Here's Mike Taylor. Into Simmons. Back out to Taylor. Hey, off the glass is Mike Taylor.
Hey, you know what Mike did? 2 eyes right on Amir Johnson, knowing he was coming. He braced himself for that.
35-28, 7-point lead for Trilogy. Big 3 here in Charlotte. Hey, our Big 3 action just getting started. You can watch the rest of today's games on big3.com, completely free of charge on any connected device. Mike Taylor's now got 10 points for the Ghost Ballers. They try to fight their way back into this one as Trilogy took control midway through that first half and have held on to basically a 9-point lead.
Well, and they took control, too, with Ryan Carter not playing extremely well in the first half. So give a lot of credit to the others for doing that. And now in the second half, Carter's kind of found his rhythm and help extend this lead a lot more for Trilogy.
Carter, again for 3.
But see, in that situation, why help? Simmons kind of had Clark under control, but Taylor now digs down and leaves Carter wide open. When you do that for a young man that's feeling himself, he's hot, he's at home, he's extending the lead, you double, you're in trouble. Carter, I want all 3 of these.
Lead is 10. It's the Big 3 here in Charlotte. Came courtesy of Earl Clark and Amir Johnson in the first half.
Yeah, right before halftime, it was Earl Clark showing off his point guard skills. You called him Earl the Pearl. One of his 3 assists able to cap it off with the dunk by Amir Johnson.
All of a sudden, the Hezzy guy, Ryan Carter, who's come home. Maybe that B1 patch, it took it a while for it to kick in, but it's kicked in for him. He had 35 last week, but he scored the last 10 points now for Trilogy.
But you know, here's a challenge to it, and Brian talked about this. It is kind of difficult when you come home, so you got to deal with a lot of demands. You know, from family and friends, they want to see you play, they want to support you, but now you're navigating and handling a lot of stuff outside of just focusing in on the game. And that's when it makes it challenging, because you want to make sure your people are taken care of. So it kind of diverts your focus a little bit more away from the game. And it took that first half for Ryan Carter to kind of get settled in, but now he's cooking with gas right now.
Well, Steven Jackson wants to bring that Taco Bell, bring the fire. He didn't like that foul call. So Darnell Jackson and Amir Johnson will go one-on-one for the points. Here's Jackson. Bullies him down. Fades and shoots an air ball.
Yeah, smart play by Steven Jackson. Two big men, got to play one-on-one. Gives the advantage to Amir Johnson to play him. Great defense, and a lot of times, too, you can bail out your opponent by reaching down, committing a foul, and giving them two. That time, Amir Johnson stayed solid defensively.
So here's Carter now. First team to 50 wins.
3 seconds.
Inside they go to Johnson. Johnson! And the foul on Mike Taylor. Here's Johnson. Knocks him down. So Trilogy now just 10 points away from victory. Here's Simmons. They call that one on Amir Johnson. Here's Jonathan Simmons. He'll pull it up. Too strong. Taylor snags it. Mike Taylor in the lane. Got it. Mike Taylor. 10-point lead. 40-30. Again, first team to 50 wins. You got to win by 2. And here comes Ryan Carter. Spinning. It's short.
Got to hit on the hand. Yep, right at the end.
So the hometown kid, Ryan Carter, will go to the line shooting 1 free throw for 2 points.
JJ,
Talk to me.
if Isaiah Briscoe comes back, this is going to work?
You know what? I didn't even think about now. What could happen? I don't think they'll go small. But think about from the substitution perspective. You don't lose a lot. Maybe a little bit more size when Briscoe goes to the bench. But depending on who the opponent is, Scal, you can alternate the two and not lose anything in your back. What do you think?
I can't wait to see it. I heard he's going to be back next week in Detroit, so
Okay.
we're gonna get a chance to watch to see if Steven Jackson does go with 2 dynamic, full-back-looking guards.
It'd be interesting too with Isaiah being out, like health-wise and conditioning-wise, how Stack chooses to play him. You know, whether that's in spurts or extended minute, how he's going to do that.
Isaiah Briscoe is the guy they're talking about. He plays for Trilogy. He's averaging 16 points. I know he's been playing in China. And he's expected to rejoin the team. They make their push for the playoffs.
Come on, add firepower. Briscoe is a big guard who can, a lot like Ryan Carter, break you down, use that body. He loves to get 2 feet in the lane. He punishes smaller opponents, but also is able to ride the contact of post players and put your team in the position where 1, your baskets, but 2, he picks up a lot of fouls, allowing his team to get into the penalty early and often.
6 points from victory's Trilogy. Mike Taylor will go to the line. Lead is 12. Trilogy has won the championship back-to-back years. They're going for a 3-peat. So Mike Taylor will go to the line shooting 1 for 2. He knocks it down. Lead is 10. Hezzy got going straight to the cup. And they call a charge.
Hold up, Steven Jackson,
good.
Now, the call got changed by the outside official. Okay, so the sideline official called the initial charge, but the outside official overruled it. And I'm thinking that he's saying that Jackson may have been on the line.
Inside that restricted area?
Inside the restricted area.
Get another look. You can see Carter holding his wrist.
Again, just like the league, the restricted area is this. You can't have any part of your foot on that line. If it is, you consider it inside the arc. You have to be completely outside of that in order to pick up that charge. So the officials are going to take a look at it, and
Darnell Jackson's one down.
Yeah. See, I think his
right foot.
Yeah, but his right foot heel is up off the ground now. Does it come down is the key. If it stays above it and doesn't touch it, then he's outside the restricted area. And I think that's what the officials are going to look at.
They're certainly having a discussion.
Right there? Now, is it planted right there?
Yeah, it might be planted there.
And then it comes up.
It comes up as Hezzy
goes
elevates.
Up. Yeah. See, right here, see, does it come all the way down, though? Oh, this is a good one right here for the officials. This is what you get paid the big bucks for.
Yeah,
Make the call right here. See, right there. Does it touch right there?
There's been a long discussion. You see those officials talking about it.
Down. He brings it down, but I don't know if it touches. It's really hard to see.
Well, we've got a ruling here. Let's see. Basket's good.
Yep.
One shot. So they say that foot was touching that restricted line. Man, what a second half for Ryan Carter. Who has put up 14 points now here in this second half.
I'm more comfortable, settled in a little bit.
Yeah.
Got the nerves and jitters, out of his system. Even though you played in front of people before you did all, but when you haven't done it in a while, you come back,
come home, and you coming off a 35-point performance.
You dropping numbers,
a record-breaking performance,
and you're looking forward to it all week.
Yeah,
I mean, you lead up to it, and you want to play well.
And you see Carter holding that wrist that he came down on. There's still a free throw, so it looks like
David Hawkins coming in.
Yeah, the Hawk will come in and shoot that free throw for him now. If you're the Ghost Ballers, you can pick who you want on there.
Yeah, and I think also, too, he's holding his right hand, which means to me, on his way down, he probably tried to brace himself when he came down and hit the floor. And it could be his wrist that got pulled back, trying to prevent any kind of other injury once he was in the air.
Hawkins knocks down the free throw. So now Trilogy is just 3 points away from victory. Here's Clark. Hawkins for the win, for free, no good. Hey, Hawkins wanted that one.
Guys, I was getting word that since Hezzy God did not take those free throws, he can't go back into this game.
Now, I wonder if Steven Jackson, you think Steven knew that when he allowed him to take himself out?
Yeah, I don't know. They said he doesn't want to go back in. He said his wrist is really messed up. I don't know how they're going to play this out, but they got a comfortable lead. All they got to do is get 3 points and close it out.
Yeah, I think that's probably why.
Well, but you know what? No need to worry, because when he was out in the first half, you know who took over. That was Earl Clark.
Yes, sir.
So I would go right to him, get the ball to him in the middle of the court. That pick and roll here, him and Amir Johnson. He and Amir Johnson also work. Ball got to touch Earl Clark's hands.
And they go right to him. He gets double. Kick out. Hawkins had it. Back to Clark. Working on Simmons. Back to Hawkins. Sidestep three. Comes in and win it.
The Hawk. The Hawk.
David Hawkins off the bench. Knocks down the three and delivers the victory for Trilogy.
Now look, the strategy was double off of Hawkins, force Earl Clark to have to play through a double team. Hawkins gets it back. He missed his earlier shot, and that time, sidestep, Taylor there, no problem, concentration, been there, done that.
As we look at the standings, Trilogy joins the triplets as the best records in the league right now at 5-2. Again, 2 more teams will be eliminated today. Once again, our final score, it's Trilogy knocking off the Ghost Ballers 50-34. For Jim Jackson, Brian Scalabrine, our entire crew, I'm Brian Custer, saying so long from Charlotte. More Big 3 games streaming on Big3.com. The Wyndham Championship is next.